Hey guys, thanks for watching my channel today. A little while ago I made a short video on using a smartphone uh, for us old guys. I don't know if it helped at all, but I thought I'd take it one step further and today talk about old guys and laptops. I'm 77 years old, and trust me when I say I've done a lot of things in my lifetime, but using a laptop was one of the biggest challenges I think I ever faced. Um, and thank God for it, because without it, I wouldn't be able to make these videos. But at 77, uh, just goes to show we're never too old to learn. Nobody handed me one of these computers when I was 20 years old, and they probably didn't hand you one either. We grew up with typewriters, carbon paper, and a phone that had a cord attached to the wall. You tell young kids that today and they just shake their head. They can't even imagine it. But today I want to answer some basic laptop questions for old guys. No tech jargon, no 14-year-old explaining it like we're idiots. Just straight talk. And number one, the big question that I think most of us have is, am I going to break it? No, you're not going to break it. You can't ruin the internet, and you can't hit the wrong button and shut down the power grid. The worst thing that usually happens is you just close something out. You click something by accident because you get a little confused. That's not breaking it. That's just learning how to use it. And if you can run a trolling motor in the wind, believe me, you can handle a laptop. So one of the first questions is, what's a browser? Well, to put it in terms that you might understand, the browser it's just a boat ramp. That's it. It's a place you launch from to go anywhere on the internet. Common ones to use are Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Mozilla Firefox. They all do basically the same thing. Just depends on which one you like. You click the little icon, and that's your open water. After that, you type where you want to go. You might want to go to YouTube, Google, Amazon. It's really no more complicated than choosing a fishing spot. So what's the difference between the internet and email? Well, the internet is the whole lake. Email is simply your mailbox that's floating on the surface of the lake. And common email services usually are done through Gmail, Outlook, or a number of other sources. An email is just how you send letters, except you don't need a stamp, and it takes about 2 seconds. And if you can write a note, you can probably send an email. But you're probably going to need a password. The question is, do you need 400 of them? And here's where a lot of us older guys get pretty aggravated. Every site you go to wants a password. And here's the simple truth. A password is just a lock on your tackle box. You wouldn't leave your best rod sitting in a parking lot overnight with no lock. The same concept here. Just write them down in a safe place. I've got list after list of passwords that I've used, that I've changed, that I've updated. There's nothing wrong with that. And don't give the list to anybody. But don't let anybody shame you into thinking you have to memorize all the different passwords. You don't. Am I going to get scammed? Now, this one matters. If someone emails you saying you won $1 million, or the IRS is coming for you, or some young lady wants to meet you urgently, delete it. It's bullshit. If it sounds urgent, scary, or too good to be true, it probably is. No serious company is going to ask for your Social Security by a random email. A rule of thumb, if you didn't start the conversation, don't trust it. What's the cloud? Well, that's a good one. The cloud is just someone else's computer. That's it. When you save photos or documents to the cloud, it just means that they're stored somewhere else other than online for your own safety so you don't lose anything. Think of it as keeping a second copy of your fishing pictures at your buddy's house. And then I guess, one of the big questions is, do I really need to learn this at my age? Well, let me say something here. We learned to drive cars without power steering. We balanced checkbooks by hand, and we navigated the lakes with paper maps. And you're telling me you can't learn to click a mouse? Come on. Laptop isn't about technology. It's about staying connected. It's seeing your grandkids' pictures. It's watching a how-to video. And it's ordering the exact fishing lure that you can't find locally. It keeps you in the game. Now, I don't care if you're 67, 77, or 87. You're not done learning. You can always learn more. So if you're an old guy and you're watching this and you've been avoiding your laptop or your computer, just open it up, turn it on, poke around. You won't break it. And if you get stuck, just ask somebody. The worst thing we can do at this age is decide that we're too old to learn something new. We're not. We just learn a little slower. Sometimes we have to learn it repeatedly to remember it, but that's all right, because slow still moves us forward. And I'll tell you something. There's something mighty satisfying about a 77-year-old man sending an email, ordering his own fishing gear, and watching a YouTube video without asking for help. That's independence. And I've always liked that. Thanks for watching today, folks. Hope you have a great day.